We are back for part 2 of the BFFL award segment. And we have the best game of the year goes to that barn burner back in week 6 between Wacky Boy and Black. Both teams broke the single week scoring record that week, and it took a Monday night comeback from Black's boy Aaron Rodgers to win it for him. And that was probably Black's best win of the season. At that point of the season, he was like either 5-1 or 4-2, and he looked like he really had some momentum. So yeah, it was a big time game.
Wacky held the title for most points for about 16 hours.
Yeah. And our blowout of the year, Daniel, I'll let you read that one.
I got to read it off. It was me and Tommy, week 11, was that? I'm not exactly sure of the week, but he got me by 66 points.
It was week 10, I think.
Week 10. I put up like 120, but the dude almost broke 200 points. I mean, that was a hell of a week, dude. And we gotta give a quick honorable mention to just, what was it, last week? When I defeated Boost, of course we all know this, by 59 points to bounce him out the playoffs. So, two great games. I mean, even though I was on the losing end, it was still a great game. You had to give it to him.
Yeah, it was. 190 points, impressive, and I kind of figured that you were going to try and squeeze in one more time that you beat Boost last week.
There's a couple more opportunities coming up.
Our biggest upset of the year, and we're going to bunch them together. It's going to be 2 upsets, both by Kev. He beat Boost back in week 3, but the main one was against Tom in week 11. Tom had that huge performance against you in week 10, and then Kev was able to keep his slap bet hopes alive in week 11 with a huge win.
But
his team was dog shit all year. He beat 2 good teams in key spots, so we'll give him some shout out for that.
Yeah, he's going to be a future Mega Bowl champion as well.
He sure is. White team definitely going to take home the Mega Bowl title.
That's right. So now we got an award for you, Duff. The injury plague team of the year has to go to you. Caught a lot of bad breaks. Did you draft McKinnon?
Nah, all my injuries came at the end of the year. Really,
Yeah.
I was 6-4 or something like that, and then the last 3 games I just got plagued with injury. I lost AJ Green, I lost Kerryon Johnson, lost Cooper Kupp. I mean, it's not really an injury, but I kept Lev Bell and he didn't play all year.
Yep.
So yeah, huge injuries at the end of the season that killed me. And I mean, those are 3 starters for me right there, and
big starters.
Yeah, and it cost me the playoffs. So yeah, I think I'm not an award I want, but I have to take it. The injury bit team of the year. Then, pal, our podcast guest of the year, it's got to be you. Boost and Kev and Tom all had some nice spots in there. Kev,
I'm back.
He had that. He had a lot of incidents on here. But you were consistent throughout the season. You showed up a couple times, talked a lot of shit on Boost, Wacky, a little bit on Kev even, some on Richie.
Yep.
You did one show pretty much as trash and Black. So you came on here.
Talking shit about myself, too.
Yeah.
Most importantly.
You came on here, you raised some hell, and did a great job on the cast.
But that does bring us to the shit talker of the year, and we had to give the guy something. I mean, something better than 5th place. We got to give the shit talker of the year award to Boost. Because you know what? He can't beat me in the playoffs, but you know what he can do? He can talk a lot of shit. So, good job, Boost. You won that one.
He always does talk a lot of shit. He's one of the most active in the chat. He's pulling those pictures up of you and Wacky all year. Him and Kev had some great beefs in there. Definitely deserved Boost.
I'm a little sad that I had to silence him because
the league. Boost is a key member of the league.
Absolutely.
I mean, his was a great catch.
Goodness.
By Hopkins.
I thought it was live. Back on track. The fleecing of the year is gonna go. Who was it between you and Kev?
Yeah,
AJ Green
early
for
on
Lev
in
Bell?
the season.
Yeah. Lev Bell. I mean, come on, dude. He didn't play all year. Kev, keep your guys. I mean, it's not that hard, bud.
I mean, AJ Green got hurt late, but he still was solid for my team.
He still gave you at least one snap.
He played one snap, that's true. And he played some good snaps. That leads us to another trade, another award kind of connected to this one. It is the pointless trade of the year, and we couldn't even narrow it down. We just had to give it to Kev. Every single trade made by Kev. I don't think he was the upper hand on any single trade he made, and a lot of them just didn't even move the needle for either team at all. They were junk. So, Kev, pointless trade of the year award goes to you, pal.
He picked a good time because they were free this year.
That is true.
So he picked a good time to make these crazy-ass trades.
And that leads us to our last award. I'll let you read this one, Daniel.
So, the Indiana Joe's Jabroni of the Year.
Not of the week, of the year. Indiana Joe's Jabroni of the year.
Listen. I started Dallas's defense a few times. I have Saquon. I have Zeke. This could easily go to me. It could easily go to that dude that I beat last week. But
it could go to Kev. A lot of teams.
Very easily go to Kev. But it's going to go to the guy I'm going to beat this week. And he lives in Indiana, and his name is Wacky. So, we gotta appreciate this, because without jabronis like Wack, what do the rest of us do? So thank you, Wack, and you are this year's Indiana Joe's Jabroni of the Year.
And actually, we're gonna have a last-minute heel turn. We're gonna reverse that decision. It is not going to Wacky. It's going to you, Dan. Let's go, Wack. Take him down, brother. Win the chip again.
Thank you to all my fans. I'm very honored to accept this award. But hang on, I got one quick segment. Let's just freestyle in here.
All right, one last segment. I like it.
Let's look forward to next year. So let's look at the bottom half.
Okay.
And which one team out of the bottom half, bottom 5 teams, have the best odds to, let's just say, with their GMing skills or drafting skills, have the best odds to take it all the way and win the chip next year.
All right, so we just doing the 4 teams who missed the playoffs, or the 4 teams and the 2 teams who are out already?
Let's do the 6 bottom teams.
Okay, so everyone who's eliminated. So you got Carter's Killers, you got me, you got Kev, you got Richie, you got Black, and you got Boos. If one of those teams was to win the chip, who would you say it would be next season?
All right, so my early indicator said you. I'm gonna say Kev.
Kev? Okay.
I'm gonna say Kev. He's done college. Congratulations, Kev. Just graduated today or whatever.
Shout out, Kev. Salute.
So I'm gonna say he's gonna get his head out of his ass. No, it's gonna get his head out of the books, and he's gonna put together a good team and hang on to him next year.
And he's gonna win Mega Bowl.
He's gonna win Mega Bowl
this year. So that could carry his momentum in the next season. I could say myself. I could say Boos, I could say Black, but I'm not going to. Just because he's always in the mix. He had a horrible season. He kind of dropped out early. I'm going to go with Richie. He went 1-12 this year, but he acquired a shitload of picks.
Yeah.
He's got a solid keeper, and he had a couple different keeper options, actually. And he could be right back next year with all those picks.
He's got my 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and I think, 11th. He's got
he's just pretty much 2 drafts.
And he's still going to come in here late next year and say, give me Dez.
Just give me Dez. He's just going to pick Dez. So as long as he doesn't pick Dez with one of those early picks, he should be pretty good. And I think next year's your year, Rich. Next year is your year.
There you go. Kev versus Richie in the next year's championship.
Wow. That would be the most anticlimactic chip of all time. And I guess that's all we got. We'll probably do one more show maybe 2 more shows. Maybe we'll do a championship, and then we'll do a year-end sign-off show. But, it's a Mega Bowl season. White team's taking it home.
Yeah.
Fuck Boos.
Yeah.
Fuck Dallas. Go Birds. Anything you want to add in there, Daniel?
Yeah, I got to give him one more. Boos, better luck next year, bud.
Sayonara, folks.
Not my champ.
Go Birds. Mega Bowl!